Hey everyone, I'm Darth Briboy, and I would like to do a comparison between Ricardo Montalban's Khan and Benedict Cumberbatch's Khan. Now, in my opinion, I still love Ricardo Montalban's Khan more than Cumberbatch's Khan. Maybe you could say, well, isn't that a little stupid? I mean, are you a Trekkie who prefers the original? No. I actually loved Into Darkness. I think it's one of the best Star Trek movies ever. I think it's actually better than Star Trek, the 2009 one. But why do I like Ricardo Montalban more? Well, let's look at the things he does. Okay, so in the episode of Space Seed, Khan, the Enterprise finds Khan. Kirk treats Khan like a guest, and Khan just starts being an asshole, beating the shit out of his crew. And then they get into a good mano-a-mano battle where Kirk beats the shit out of Khan, launches him into space, then they pick off a Wrath of Khan, where Khan is just angry and vengeful, and he just wants to get Kirk. He wants to get him. However, it's not enough. I'm going to come in there and swing and beat the shit out of him like bam, bam, bam. No, Ricardo Montalban's Khan is an older Khan. And you can say, well, that's unfair because this Khan is younger, you know, and it's an alternate timeline and shit, an alternate universe. But here's what I loved about it. What I loved for Ricardo Montalban was this menacing presence, was this psychological villain in many ways. He wanted to hurt Kirk more. He just wanted to hurt him. He wanted to make him feel like he was nothing, that he was getting old, that he was weak, and that he couldn't conquer everything. And he does do that, you know, and it's a great character development moment in the film, Wrath of Khan. And I don't know why, but the guy just has this menacing presence, like Montalban's dialogue delivery, you know. Like, my favorite scene is when he's like, I've done far worse than kill you. I've hurt you, and I wish to go on hurting you. I shall leave you as you left me, as you left her, marooned for all eternity in the center of a dead planet. Buried alive, buried alive. And then Kirk does the famous, Khan! 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 Scream, you know. And Khan just enjoys it, which is what I love the most. He enjoys torturing Kirk. He enjoys hurting him. And what I love the most about Ricardo Montalban's Khan is that he made Kirk face the no-win scenario, which is something Kirk never believed in up until that point in Wrath of Khan, when he lost Spock, his best friend, someone who was really close to him. And I don't know, but his, like I said, his dialogue delivery, the presence of this guy, I mean, for the love of God, the guy freaking put slugs into Chekhov's ear to mind control him and basically get Kirk to find him so he could just torture him even more. And he enjoyed it until, you know, his revenge gets the best of him, and that's all he cares about. Me want fuck up Kirk. I want Kirk dead. I want his ship, I want his crew dead. I want his ship burned to the ground. You know, like that. And his final moment where he's about to die and he activates the Genesis device and he recites a quote from Moby Dick and he's like, No, no, you can't get away. From hell's heart, I stab at thee. For hate's sake, I spit my last breath at thee. Like, that dialogue delivery is just so menacing, and some people bitched about Khan's, you know, dialogue delivery, saying that he's too Shakespearean. But I would say that would make sense because he's a guy in Moby Dick. If you saw Wrath of Khan in the Botany Bay, you see Moby Dick on his bookshelf. And it makes sense because that's what he's focused on. He can relate to it. It's a very relatable thing for Khan, which is why he goes after it. And just what he finally does to Kirk. He makes Kirk face the no-win scenario. And that's what I love about that, about what Khan was. Now, Cumberbatch's Khan, to give credit where credit is due, is badass in his own right. I will say he's a damn good successor to Montalban, but he's more sympathetic. Like when he was saying about his crew and how he loved them and how they were the world to him and all he really gave a shit about. And, you know, when he was crying, I kind of cried too for Khan, because I did feel his pain. And it is cool to see, like, him throw down and be this force to be reckoned with. But he didn't have enough of that psychological breaking that Montalban's Khan had, you know. That's why I prefer Montalban, because he was more of the psychological villain. You know, he was fearful in the way that if you were in that situation, you might break. You don't know, like, if you put yourself in Kirk's situation, would you be able to handle it? Like, would you be able to handle your best friend sacrificing himself just to save everyone else? Would you be able to handle it? Odds are, I'm not sure if any of us would. So, and Cumberbatch's Khan does get Spock really pissed. And Spock's Khan scream, I did love. It gave me chills. Because, I mean, just, like, the atmosphere in that scene with when Spock cries, man, Spock freaking cries. And he looks in the build-up with that, and he's like, Khan! You know, like, that was just, gave me chills. Just such a fantastic scene, you know. So I think I've given a pretty good reason as to why I prefer Montalban's Khan. Live long and prosper and have a nice day.